You could do anything you want to him. Throw him off a building, right? Light him on fire. Hit him with a Lincoln, right? Get creative. Do whatever you want. He's just happy for the opportunity.
Well, that was a scene from Quentin Tarantino's new film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's receiving a lot of high praise. Film critic and Kansas City Magazine contributor Lonita Cook joins us now to drop cold, hard facts about it and tell us about a new Netflix thriller as well. So Quentin Tarantino, of course, Pulp Fiction, the Kill Bill franchise, all these great films, you know, in a very distinctive style of filmmaking as well. This is his latest offering, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino is one of our great auteurs. This movie was a little confusing for me, so I have mixed feelings about it. Very well executed. I mean, Tarantino is a master at what he does. If you like what he does, I think you really love this movie, but it goes a step further than what we usually get from him, because this is kind of, people have been saying love letter. It really is truly a love letter to an era of his own making. So a lot of the films are retro to capture our generation. But this one goes back to the late 60s, early 70s, and really captures his love for
because he's like maybe, you know, a generation older than you and I, you know, so he kind of goes back to that era. So I just remember that distinctive style of his films, like Pulp Fiction, the way that it was shot, the dialogue in it, and you know, and how kind of some of that carry. I mean, you saw him growing as a filmmaker, I think, during his films. But how would you say like this latest film compares to some of those early films?
So the distinct dialogue, that brutal, savage violence
like
that we know him for, we're going to get a little bit of that. But this is really a movie about, it's really kind of a buddy movie. Two guys who are in the industry. One of them is kind of on the decline in his career, and the other is his stuntman, which also means he's on the decline in his career.
Is that Brad Pitt and DiCaprio?
Yes. And so in the beginning, there is some talk about the making of a leading man, and so it's kind of ironic that one of our greatest leading men, Mr. Brad Pitt, is the sidekick character. So I thought that was funny. It's very funny, great punchy dialogue, hits home, great performance from Julia Butters, who is a little girl. But
so if you're a fan of Tarantino, then you're going to be a fan of the new flick, you think?
Yes, but if you are sensitive, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not. I like to go in and not do any research. Just know that some of it is rooted in history. So
All right, good to know there. Now the next one up is it's going to be coming to Netflix. This is called Secret Obsession. Of course, it seems like Netflix is just having so much success here over the last several years. Now, this is an original movie for Netflix?
Sure. So Netflix really did change the game for the streaming platform, but Q2 subscriptions are down. So for Netflix, and offerings like this would be a part of the reason. It is stars Brenda Song, and we know her from Zack and Cody. I could not wait to see this, and Mike Vogel, but it just does not execute well.
This one's not good.
No, it's you know, catcher, keeper, kidnapper, but it's just not connecting.
So it didn't work for you?
No. It's not working for anybody.
Not working for anybody. Okay, not just for you then, huh? But that one's on Netflix. And,
it is.
So maybe instead of watching that one on Netflix, do your Stranger Things or Orange is the New Black or something like that.
Something we know. The episodics doing well.
A+.
But the movies are
just not. Well, what was the one? Was it Black Bird Box or something like that? That was
Bird Box.
The movie that kind of was successful.
Good. I mean, they're hit and miss. They come out with something that's a gem, like Bird Box, and then they follow it up with a series of
with
boogers.
That's not so gemish. Well, that wasn't what I was going to say. But anyway, Lonita, we appreciate your time as always, and your good hot takes on those movies. Anxious to check out the new Tarantino flicks. That's right. All right, Belinda, over to you.